Good morning, traders. Eugene here from Gina's Traders. Thank you so much for joining me for yet another weekly Forex forecast. Right, guys. For the past 2 weeks, the market has been very tricky. We had FOMC, Fed news, NFP, all of that stuff. We had so many unnecessary moves. Obviously, it was the market makers trying to take us out of our positions. We had a lot of stop loss hunts, and all of that stuff. Right. So, with that said, NFP Friday did come through for us at the end, and we managed to make back a bit of the money, right? And even some more. And obviously, we're gonna start with gold. This video today might be a bit, lengthy, because we've got quite a number of stocks and forex pairs that I'm gonna go through. Commodities as well, gold and UK oil, as well as US oil. We've got Nasdaq, US30, SP 500. We've got Euro AUD with Forex, Pound, US dollar, Euro US dollar, USDJPY, and USD CAD on the Forex side. So, without wasting any more time, please like, subscribe, and make sure that you share this video with your friends, family, everyone that you want to. I really don't mind. And make sure that you follow this hashtag over here, hashtag Genius Trader, on all your social media, Instagram, what you call this, Twitter, Facebook. That's where I'm more active. I'm not a lot active on. I'm not so active on, what is that other thing? LinkedIn. I'm not so active on that. I'm sure on YouTube also. Maybe if you use this, maybe you could find me. I'm not too sure about that, but you can just search for Genius Trader, then you should be fine. Genius Trader with the A at the end. So with that out of the way, guys, thank you for joining me, and let's get into it. So with gold, right, guys, we've got this pivot points over here, right? We've got this nice trend line that separates these two zones here that separate the bears from the bulls. All right, so this side is the bull side and this side is the bear side. So now we're in the bull side, right? And what I like about drawing this kind of line is that it always tells you something. It always tells you a story, what's about to happen next and all of that stuff. So we can see here, this is where it started, and we got a breakout, and this is actually the first circle that we could have recognized. Yeah, this is the first one, right? Second one, it's over here where we got a resistance, and then we've got a third one from Friday's NFP over here. And guys, we've got a very strong support resistance. A very strong resistance zone at 1802 as well as 1808. So I don't know if we're gonna get a retest first or the price gonna just break through, But if it does that, we will likely, go to 1820 before we can retest, and we'll go all the way to 1851 before we can get like a very deep retracement, if it will happen. And if it doesn't happen, then we're gonna break higher and just continue going to the upside, something like this. Jeez. Let me just start over. Yeah, something like this. Maybe back to 2000. And if it happens that, come on. If it happens that, we go on the downside from here, we will likely dip all the way to maybe the zone over here, maybe the whole of January, because if you can check historically, the first month on gold, Jan, will likely retrace before the market, continue going higher. So with that out of the way, guys, now we know that we're on the bullish side because the trend, you can see that we are trying to advance to the upside. Obviously, on Friday, we bought over here at 1780 in the premium channel, and I also sent this in the free channel. So if you're holding, just hold until we get to our target. maybe buy some more if we get a break above 1802, 1808, and a retest around those strong support. This is going to be a confluence of support which will take the price even higher. Also, guys, I just want to put a disclaimer: none of this is financial advice, and it's just my opinion based on past data as well as um, price movement and technical analysis. I'm not saying that you should buy or sell any of these things. The next one we have on the list is Nasdaq. Nasdaq, we've got also. If you look at my chart, they always confuse a lot of people, but it's very simple. All you have to do is make sure that you connect the dots, connect the pivot points. These are the pivot points from the past. So this dates back to May, or even it's May, to May till now. So this goes all the way to our target of 12,200, right? And this dates back to from June, and it was Friday's support. As you can see, a nice pivot point over here. Hence, I said that the bears are not really happy with what's happening at the moment, and that's why we're not getting a selling pressure as I had expected. So we took our profits from there, from those trades, and we started focusing on other pairs and stocks. So yeah, with that out of the way, we've got confluence of resistance here on Nasdaq, and I believe that this zone over here, could trigger a very nice bearish move. We're still in a bad overall bear trend, and this is going to be the third time the market touches the trend line, and usually the third touch is very clean. So if it does not break out, then we should be on our way to the downside again, maybe to retest 10,000 or even lower. All right. US30, please follow this hashtag Genius Trading. US30, guys, similar to Nasdaq. As you can see here, we've got this nice, trend line that divides from, that dates back to 14 April 2021. That divides bears from bulls, right? And as long as the price is below this trend line, we are still in the bearish trend, and it goes back to multi-year resistance. So it's gonna go back here, which is gonna be a confluence of resistance at 35,000, which is a price that I had mentioned a week or 2 weeks ago, for it being a resistance. So when the price reaches here, this is where we should be looking at selling hard. But also we should also be careful, because we've got a leading indicator of both Nasdaq as well as US30, here with SP500. This is the less bullish US stock, because as you can see here, our trend line is almost reached, and it's a confluence of resistance, because 41,000 is where we sold the other day and we took our profits down here, right? So I believe that if the market does not consolidate here and reach 4150, which is also a confluence of resistance, and maybe 42,000, then I don't know what's going to happen. But what I want to see over here, if we're gonna go into another bear move, what I want to see is something like this. Maybe the market gets here, break out like this, maybe then go back to retest 42,000. Then that's when we can get like a proper sell. Even if this does not go like this so much, maybe even here. All right, if we can get something like this, maybe we can consider this as a nice sell opportunity, because this is still also a confluence of resistance at 42,000. So we'll see how this happens. And next we've got Euro AUD. Euro AUD, guys, we've got a nice, support situation going on over here in a bow. We've got two resistance zones, and we've got a bearish divergence, a multi-year resistance over here that was slightly crossed on Friday, but the price is still below this falling trend line over here. And if it holds, if this zone holds, which is a very strong, resistance zone, then I think Euro AUD can just start crashing on Monday. Um, Otherwise, if we get a break higher and a retest of the zone, then we can see the Euro AUD go even higher. Next we've got pound US dollar. The pound US dollar, same situation as the gold, but also here the main reasons for this pairs rally are a mass closing of speculative net shorts in the pound sterling, and a weaker dollar. Right, the pound repeatedly ignores news from the UK economy and its probable recession. So we closed exactly at 123,000. I mean at 123 cents. Sorry, on Friday. And if we get what you call this, a retest, then it should not break below this uptrend over here. So it should probably be something like this, right? Yeah, maybe be at 122 or even a higher, right? And we will likely see the pair go as high as 126 or 124.5 or 125, somewhere around here or even here, before it launches even higher, right, to 127, which is around here, and which is around this falling trend line, which is where bears are screaming. We've got this confluence of resistance of this channel, this multi-year resistance, as well as this resistance line over here. So pound, maybe 127 is what we're looking for in the coming days or weeks. If 123 holds as new support. EURUSD actually broke out, and I'm actually glad that it did, because it's showing us where the market is going. I wanted it to retest around here 0.9 and before we can see a move higher, but it didn't. Instead, it just continued going higher. And as long as 1.04 holds, as well as 1.05, then I believe that the bulls will take over. All right, there's nothing much more to say here. What do we have next? USDJPY. So USDJPY, guys, it's a very interesting one, because it's already on what you call this, on a on this trend line over here. But as you can see, the price is very weak, so we can see it break below, maybe go to 133, maybe 132-ish, right, before we get a retest. I mean, before we get a move higher, maybe go to this trend line, then maybe continue to this confluence of support at 131,450, which is where I'd likely want to buy, because of course of all of this pivot point lines or trend lines coming together over here. This is where I think we're gonna get a proper buy zone. The next we have US dollar index. Yes, US dollar index is more clear, right? It's clearer than everything else. Also, it's the same as the Euro USD. So as you can see, it broke up below the multi-year trend, support line, and it has retested, and now it's looking at going down to 103 or 1028, somewhere around there. And it looks like a clear path from where I'm standing, right, or from where I'm sitting actually. And also it looks like it's in this trend. So this, falling trend line or bearish trend line, and I think we could even break below this if the zone does not hold, right? And next we've got UK oil. So with the UK oil, guys, this one I think it can be easy if something like this happens. Let me just, where is my yeah, path? So if something like this happens here, then I think we'll likely go to 80, you know 80 US dollars around here, 80 pounds, whatever. So basically if we can get a retest around here, around 86, we go to 80. This is the UK oil. However, if we get a break above the 88.8, then we'll likely see more strength coming. But we've got a bearish divergence over here. We broke below the multi-year resistance line. Support line now is going to be tending to resistance. So what I would like to see is UK oil advancing to 86.6 before I can enter sales. This will give us very low risk sell. Then we've got USD CAD also as USDJPY, but this one is more bullish than bearish, even though we are below this trend line here, or this pivot trend line off. Above obviously is bulls and below is bears. So it's just retested it. I don't know if it will continue going down or if it will just continue going up. Any situation here could literally happen. So this one is not really something that I'm interested in trading at the moment, because it's not really clear. It doesn't really say exactly where it's going or headed next. US oil, same as the UK oil, right? We want to see, let's put it around here. Yeah, we want to see. Okay, we did get a retest already here, and I think if this retest hold, then the price will likely fall all the way to 62, around there. However, if we get a break above 83 and 85, 85 zone, then we will likely see a move higher. So guys, with that said, thank you so much for joining me for this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with everyone. And yeah, I'll see you during the week. Thank you so much. Cheers.